They didn't erase Mary Magdalene because she was irrelevant. They erased her because she was dangerous, not with swords or kingdoms, but with knowledge, with presence, with the ancient fire of the sacred feminine burning intact inside her. She wasn't just a follower. She was the one who understood, the one who remembered. And when you remember, you become uncontrollable. For centuries, the true symbolism of the dragon has been buried under fear and fables. But long before it was cast as a monster, the dragon was sacred, a symbol of the awakened feminine energy, coiled like a serpent at the base of your spine, waiting to rise. Mary Magdalene and the dragon were never enemies of the divine. They were the keys to it. That's why they were hidden. That's why they were rewritten. You were taught to fear the serpent, to mock the mystical, to believe the sacred feminine was either weakness or sin. But let's flip that script. What if everything that made her dangerous is exactly what makes you powerful? What if the forgotten symbolism behind Mary Magdalene and the dragon holds the missing piece in your spiritual awakening? This isn't a fairy tale, it's a forbidden map. And today, you're going to trace it back, step by step, to what was lost. Because the sacred feminine isn't gone. She's been watching, waiting, and now she's ready to rise again through you. Few names in spiritual history have been more misunderstood, deliberately twisted even, than Mary Magdalene. Her legacy wasn't erased by accident. It was a calculated maneuver. For centuries, we were handed the same shallow story. A fallen woman, forgiven by a compassionate master. But that narrative isn't just incomplete, it's misleading. Because in the texts that the church didn't want you to read, Mary Magdalene wasn't a symbol of shame. She was the keeper of secrets, a spiritual Ethan, the only one who saw Christ not as an idol, but as a mirror of the divine within herself. She didn't just follow Jesus, she understood him, and that was the real threat. In the Gospel of Mary, it is she who comforts the other disciples after the crucifixion. It is she who speaks of the soul's journey through invisible realms. She doesn't ask for permission to speak, she speaks because she knows. This isn't religious fan fiction. These texts existed, still exist. They were found in places like Nag Hammadi, buried like treasure, waiting for seekers who could read not just with their eyes, but with their intuition. If this awakens something in you, go beyond the surface. Read the Gospel of Mary, the Gospel of Thomas, and see what you feel when you're not told what to think. Mary was...
Will we be okay? Always love, love it. Always love, love it.